I'm excited to be welcome on with the top rising 2021 prospects from Georgia, Andrew McConnell. What's going on today, bro?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Well, you're back on the court now, playing basketball. What's it feel like?
It feels great to get from outside, but just gotta get used to the indoor field facility again. Cause outside I've been shooting different, but I'm gonna get used to it.
And you're running with Team Huncho. I mean, what's it been like running with them? And talk about your team a little bit.
I've always been with that team like for mostly of my AU career, cause the coach Johnny, he took me in when I was little, so I always been playing with those guys. We added a few people throughout the years though, so I'm
One
used to it.
guy on your team is Jalen. Guys also rising and breaking out the last couple weekends. What's it like playing with him?
That's really fun. He's a competitive guy. He always wants to win, and he looks to make his teammates better, and I like him.
And there's a special thing about you guys. Obviously, we know it's Quavo's team, and we see a lot of these NBA players come out and sponsor or back a lot of teams, but we haven't seen a lot of other avenues of people like rappers, like artists come out. What's it like just being able to be kind of represented by him?
It's great. You get recognized everywhere. People start to recognize you a lot. There's more cameras on you everywhere you go. So I like it. I'm usually a camera guy, so it doesn't really affect me.
That's big time. And you talk about obviously your recruiting process. You're going through. It's a different year for you guys. Typically, guys heading into the senior year, going through year-long AAU summers and springs, going on visits and all. How do you get used to the new kind of recruiting time?
Um, I don't really know. I'm gonna just go day by day and see what it's like talking to me about, but I don't really know how it's gonna like affect me because I don't know.
Absolutely. And I can imagine that's kind of a biggest thing you want to achieve and accomplish for your AU season this past year. What do you kind of want the point to be? What do you want to prove to everyone throughout whatever amount of games you guys do get to play?
Yeah, I'm one of the top shooters in Georgia, and I can also get my teammates involved with my dribbling hand, my handles and my passing skills.
And we have seen your name start to pop up on some of the big rankings recently. Where do you see yourself, though, personally rank up? Where do you think you belong in the 2021 class?
I believe I belong in the top 100 or top 75.
Without a
Yeah.
doubt. And you're recruiting also, you have some offers right now. Just take us through what the offers are looking like and what your relationship is like with some of the schools.
Uh, I'm gonna name you the offers that I have. Um, the first one I got was Charles and Southern. They're like really uh, hard on the recruiting process with me. Stetson, they're also hard. Presbyterian, that's actually the college that my high school coach went to, so he knew the coach, and they have really good relationships. Kennesaw State, I took a visit to their campus. James Madison, we went through like digital tours on Zoom. So yeah, East Tennessee and Jacksonville University. And people that are looking at me are like UGA, Clemson, Virginia Tech, UAB, and stuff like that.
That's where I do
Yeah,
also want to touch up on right there. We'll come back to the offers in a second, but you're a player I think a lot of people know has the talent, has the potential to be a high major player. It just they want us to be able to see more games. For them to be able to start coming into the picture, how much of an attraction would it be to possibly get a school like Clemson or get a high major program for you?
I think it'll be well. It start to open other coaches' eyes to start looking at me, and I think that would be good.
And for you personally, I mean, we see someone obviously like some of the schools you have right now, and the big kind of trend right now for a lot of guys is possibly going to an HBCU school. Is this something that would interest you?
My mom went to a HBC school. She went to Hampton,
Mhm.
but I don't know if I'm really into that.
Okay.
I mean, I'll look into it, but it's probably not going to be where I want to go.
Absolutely. And so just take us to the very first offer you got. That's always a big day for a lot of guys. How'd you learn about the offers? Take us to that day.
I was actually in my room. I was with my friend,
Mhm.
and Charleston said that I called my phone, and they said I got the O. So me and him were celebrating. We was getting late because it was just my first O. I didn't know how to take it, and I was really happy though.
So who
I
was the
knew it was
first person you told besides your friend?
my mom and my dad because they're in the room next to me.
Okay. That's awesome. And you've continued to bring in more and more offers, get more and more attention on yourself. What's it been like starting to get this national attention? How do you kind of adjust to getting all those offers and coaches watching you?
Um, it's actually it's been a little bit nerve wracking knowing that people are watching me. But you just gotta know that you're at an expectation now, and you're supposed to like play at a certain level since the offers from the offers.
And so when you talk about some of the schools that have shown the most interest in you, out of those schools, who do you think is the most likely or the next school to offer you?
Probably Virginia Tech.
Absolutely. And so you obviously have the schools we've talked about so at this point. When you look at all the schools, who would you say are some of the schools that have been offering you or recruiting you the hardest right now?
Definitely Charleston Southern.
And just take us through a little bit more with their relationship. Obviously, the first school to offer you. How much of an impact is the school that's been with you since the beginning have when you come down to your decision in a few months or even within the next year?
Like how long I get how I get along with the coaches and how I get along with the players and the environment and how far away from home.
And so, how much of an impact would be staying somewhere close to home have on you?
Um, it'll have a good impact because my two sisters they stay close to home in Georgia, and I want my parents to come watch me play sometimes.
hmm And so now I can imagine sometime the next year, you're probably going to be making your commitment. You're going to make your announcement. Is there kind of a timetable that you would like to be committed by?
I actually don't have a timetable to be committed by, but later on in the year I'm gonna have that time.
So you kind of plan to do it sometime after the season then?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So let's talk about the upcoming year. I mean, you've obviously played a couple different high schools to this point. Just take us through your high school career leading up now to your senior year.
My freshman year I went to Mill Creek with all my friends. We played ninth grade year and we won the championship. So I went into my sophomore year. I was playing JV, and then I got moved up to varsity halfway through the season. So, but I wasn't getting a lot of playing time. So me and two of my other friends, we had love to go to Lanier, and then we played our junior year at Lanier High School, and then we went to the state championship. But unfortunately, we lost.
That's a story that a lot of people obviously think that guys that are going to Division One, playing varsity, are starting from the beginning. Not a lot of guys obviously have that same story. Some do, but you go through this grind. You've been going through all these different ups and downs of your career. What's kind of your advice to other guys that might just be able to go right in and be a varsity starter from day one?
Just you gotta work, and you gotta work when nobody's watching. You always gotta put in the work, but your time will come, and you just gotta believe in yourself.
And you get to the point now, your senior year. What's some of the biggest goals? What do you want to accomplish and achieve this upcoming season?
One of my goals is hitting the 1,000 point mark. I think I'm pretty close, but I only played one season, like one full season in varsity. So I think I'm pretty close. And hitting 100 threes in a season. I did that last year, so I'm gonna try and hit that again.
Personally, what do you think you're capable of putting up next season, average wise?
This season my average was I think 18 point something,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm hoping to have like a 20 point average and like a 10 assist average.
And you're in a state that I personally believe is the top three state in the country. Where do you think you guys rank up in terms of Georgia compared to everyone else?
Oh, number one, I think Georgia's like the top state for basketball.
When you look at all the talent in Georgia coming out recently and right now, I mean, what's it like dealing with all the top guys day in and day out?
I've been pretty used to it, so it's really hasn't taken a toll on me. So pretty used to the top competition.
Who would you say has been some of the funnest games or your favorite matchups you've had in the past couple of years?
One of my funnest games, it was probably the Solid Cop game against Buford, because at the half we were down by I think like 15. This
Mm.
was Final Four, so at halftime we all talking about some we needed to like step it up and stuff. So we came back. We ended up winning the game, going to the championship, and it was just a fun experience just coming back, even though we were down by 15.
You're a guy I can imagine some of the bigger high schools have reached out to you and prep schools potentially is going to play a national schedule, something that's appealed to you ever?
I would like to play national schedule, but we actually went to Oregon last year. I mean, yeah, last season. It was a fun experience, so
That's
I
big
wouldn't mind
fun.
that. Yeah.
And we know, like I said, sometime the next year you're going to commit. How do you kind of plan to put your list together? How do you kind of plan to start narrowing down this list?
Uh, with how the offense is played and like I said, the school and where it's located and the coaches and the staff, as long as the players.
The big thing for a lot of guys, as you said, also is the coaching staff. You've been talking now to a lot of coaches as of late. What's kind of the personality type that you really like in a coach?
Coach that's just open to me, not like trying to over over exaggerate like how I play and stuff, like saying, "Oh, you're the greatest," like telling me like stuff I need to work on and like and just being open. Yeah.
For sure, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time to come on, my guy. Look forward to seeing what guys got next for you, man.
All right. Appreciate it.
Anytime, man. You always welcome on, bro. God bless.
All right. Thank you.